Hi, I'm Ben Sheeran, and in this short video I'm going to explain how you can use some of the materials from the Fluency course for free. Now, when we wrote this course, initially it was to use with our own students. We weren't satisfied with the books that were out there, so we thought, let's try and make our own materials. After a couple of years, when we realized just how effective the activities and the materials were, we started thinking a bit bigger. So I would love if all junior high school students in Japan could study English using this approach. And because of that, we tried to figure out how to make it easy for maybe teachers at public schools or ALTs, or even teachers at language schools that aren't able to adopt the full course, aren't able to buy the textbooks, can still incorporate some of the activities and some of the principles into their lessons. So let's have a look at how you might do that. Now, obviously, you're not going to be able to use the textbooks if you can't buy them for your students. So that's out. Same with the teacher books. However, you can use the question sheets, and the question sheets activity is one of the main pillars of level 1 and level 2 of the Fluency course. So you can download these from the website, link below, and print them out for your students. And you can use these in your existing English classes as a supplement, maybe a supplementary material. And maybe you wouldn't need to do the 20 minutes that we use. You could instead do like 5 minutes at the beginning of each class. But the principles are the same, the activities are the same. If you check out the question sheets video for level 1 or level 2, you can see how to do the activity and how you might adopt it for use in non-Fluency course classes. The same with the workbook. Now, the workbook basically complements the question sheets. So doing the workbook activity either before or after the question sheets activity is a really good synergy. It really reinforces things. And of course, we're going to have free PDF copies of the workbook also on the website, so schools can choose to print those for their students rather than buying the paper workbook. So I think that's going to be the main way that people can use the Fluency course materials for free, which basically the speaking sheets together with perhaps the workbook. Obviously, the record sheets aren't going to be very useful if you're not doing the vocab quizzes and the timed readings. And the same with the dictation and verb answer sheets. I do recommend doing the dictation activity, but you don't need these sheets to do that. You can just use a notebook or a piece of paper. And of course, the lesson slides also not particularly useful, but Quizlet might be. So Quizlet, particularly for level 1, has kind of general vocabulary and also the specific questions that we're going to be using in the speaking activities. So if your students have access to Quizlet, you might want to give them the Quizlet sets for each unit here. Now for level 2, same thing. Basically the question sheets and the workbook are going to be the main kind of useful components here. And sadly, level 3, everything's in the textbook, including the questions and so on. So it's not, I don't think you could really use level 3. Also, level 3 is so much harder than the other two that I think they're less accessible to students that haven't done the full Fluency course there. So that was some ideas how you can use basically the speaking sheets and the workbooks with your classes. But if you want to learn more about the Fluency course, please check out the website, keep watching these videos, or join our Facebook group as well.